Hey, Iron Horse, what is good? We are recording this sit before spring break. I was on a field trip to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, so I didn't record on Tuesday, so we're doing it on Thursday in Mrs. Granger's room. And Miss Brad is covering, and I just heard a round of shares about what we're doing for spring break. So you're listening to this, so you just did spring break, so you're so rested and good. I'm going to ask this class, if they can, because they got these cool chairs with tennis balls on the bottom, could everybody slide their chair back away from their desk and try your hands on your, I put them right above my knees, and I want you to play around with moving your feet a little bit. So are they straight, perpendicular to the ground? Do you like them a little bent? What do your feet feel like as you kind of notice, maybe for the first time? I close my eyes. So try that. These are all suggestions. That's why I love mindfulness. Like if you have a really squeaky chair, I'm like, oh no. So I try to be as still as possible, but that's really not the name of the game. If you need to move, you need to move. But the fun part about mindfulness that I've noticed from doing this is our 6th year, Iron Horse, is that the room will get a little quieter. People will get a little less, I don't know if it's anxious, or they'll just settle a little bit as the collective group decides to kind of dedicate this moment to noticing what's up. Or as my teachers would say, noticing what is. So with the eyes closed, try to notice as many things as you didn't notice when we were sharing or we were looking around the room. Maybe it's a noise, or how your back is against the chair, or maybe you're sitting straight up and you're not touching the back of the chair. You're allowed to move positions if that helps you anchor to this moment, because there's nothing more present than how does your body feel right now. I noticed a cool breeze on my face from the air, from the fans above in the ceiling, that I did not notice when I was listening to everybody. A sneeze is so awesome. We just had a cool sneeze. And why I say that's awesome, if you've ever had this sensation where you're about to sneeze and you're like, look, and all your thought process is like, come on, sneeze, let's go. And it's so mindful, right? Because you're not thinking about what's going on tomorrow or to whatever. You're just thinking about this crazy feeling, and all of a sudden, blam, the sneeze happens. And it's like a reset. I always challenge my students for 1,000 extra credit points. Keep your eyes open when you sneeze. No one can. Now everybody's thinking about that, right? So we have to kind of reset. Mr. Armstrong's not the best mindfulness teacher in the world, but let's just focus on the feel of the breath and where the giggles might be coming from, or all of a sudden you can't stop, like at a sleepover with the giggles. But that's all right. That'll pass. It's not always going to be giggles. And the same thought here is that if you're focused on how the breath feels, the temperature, the way it moves your mask, or maybe you stopped wearing a mask, so how does it feel now when it goes in your mouth or your nose? I always like this idea, like, hey, that's not happening right now. That's not what's going on. Like, I would be so lost in a story, like I'll be at my house doing something in my head, right? And I remember, oh no, or oh yeah, I'm supposed to be following my breath, like looking at, noticing. So then I come back and I focus my awareness maybe on how my lungs feel, like the chest going up and down. And if you're feeling a thought or notice arising, noting it arising, coming back to this present moment. Your breath is your home base. It's always going to be there. The presentness of it. So just keep coming home to it. Noticing it. How does it feel? Where does one breath end? Where does the next breath begin? Here we go. Maybe 30 more seconds. And I want you to think about, how did it feel when I said 30 more seconds? Just noticing what arises, settling back down with gratitude that we were able to share this time together. So thank you for that.